A state college man, now this comes from WTAJ, state college man is facing charges after being accused of committing lewd acts with his dog at the Rothrock State Forest. Now, this was 64 years fun Themis Matsoukas. He's facing charges.
64, huh?
Oh, yeah. He's facing charges of open lewdness, indecent exposure, sexual intercourse with an animal cruelty, and disorderly conduct.
You know, the interesting thing is, out of all of it, I would probably drop the cruelty because animal fucking is probably enough.
Yeah.
So here we go. I would just say that was good enough.
No, this has happened over a couple of years now. Apparently, the park rangers set up these trail cameras because they were trying to figure out who was stealing bags of hand sanitizer from outside of these restrooms. And instead of catching the people that were stealing the hand sanitizer,
not the biggest crime.
Footage of this man. Now, this man who was, they said that he would arrive dressed in a ski mask, a shirt, no pants, shoes and socks. And he would set up an iPad.
No pants.
Oh, yeah. He set up an iPad just on the ground to videotape himself masturbating on this the kind of like what I guess was a park trail. And I guess someone got a hold of this video. I don't know how they got a hold of the video. And they saw this iPad, and then eventually that escalated to him then obviously getting down on all fours and masturbating. He liked to masturbate on his one hand and two knees. But then what he would do is that he would bring the dog over, and I guess that what he'd do is that he'd masturbate and have the dog lick his asshole while he was masturbating.
Well, there you go. Now, isn't that a fun story for the listeners there?
I don't even know how to train Wendy how to heel.
Right.
So I don't know how we get to this point, but I
don't know if it's a training.
He had truly one of the best responses to being caught was that they found him because, of course, you know what he was driving. Can you guess what car he was driving?
I'm going to go with a Prius or one of Marcus's cars, a Subaru.
Yep.
I could see that. I could see that.
He's part of the Subaru
Here, boo-boo. Here, boo-boo. I drive a Subaru.
So,
it is, honestly, if I was a dog and I was going to name a car, I would name it Subaru because it's just got...
So his camera, obviously he did not, I guess, understand that he was also going to be on film because he was filming himself do this, which I don't think is a good idea either. But they saw his license plate, and then they got the information for the license plate from the trail cams, and then they went to his house and they said we need these iPads from you. And then according to police, the first thing the guy said when Matsoukas appeared nervous when they arrived, and he said, the quote, I'm done, you don't understand, I do it to blow off steam. Would you think the cops would understand?
Yeah.
Because they have high-pressure jobs as well.
Well, and God knows, I'm sure the cops recognize the dog, but I just really feel as if this man has been doing this for a long time.
Since 2014.
Because, yes, the first photo was reportedly snapped in 2014. The last 2 of the 6 being taken in April of this year. So that is a 9-year run.
Why?
Multiple dogs or the same dog? I don't know. It makes me want to throw up. To be honest.
It's the same dog.
And
my question is why? Obviously, a lot of things here are unsettling. Most of it makes me upset.
Yeah.
But you know what truly makes me upset?
His name is Themis?
Might be. Well, you know what? Even just saying that puts it there.
Themis.
Themis is a rough name.
We'll name it Themis.
It's if it's Themis, if your name is Themis and you save a bunch of kids from an orphanage from a fire, I'd be like, you know what, doing good for Themis. But the fact that it's this story is bad for Themis. I don't think Themis is going to make it to the top of boys' names list of 2024.
It is sad that this is the first time I'm hearing about the name Themis.
Oh, in this context?
No, and just in general, I've never heard the name Themis before. Once. So now, if I do randomly run into a Themis, I'd be like, interesting.
Also,
bend over, let me see your asshole.
I wonder if he's related to the famous comedian Matsoukas. One of the funniest guys in the world.
I don't know who that is.
Jason Matsoukas. Jason Matsoukas, who's like, you'd recognize him if you saw him. He is very, very funny.
Is that the guy who lied about 9/11?
No, never. I forgot what the hell his name is. Jason Matsoukas.
So anyway, what's interesting about this is what
makes me truly disturbed is ski mask, shirt, socks, shoes, no pants.
And also what's interesting is...
weird outfit.
As if the university...
like a rapist Porky Pig.
Oh, don't malign Porky.
I'm just saying.
That's all, folks, as he gets held and executed. Interestingly enough, much of this took place at Penn State. What's wrong with that university?
I don't know.
I mean, between Jerry Sandusky and everything else, and now we got this guy.
Hey, Kissel, how dare you? He's trying to blow off steam. You don't have any idea how hard it is in 2023. He's got his monetized and his hobbies. You know what I mean? You have any idea how hard it is to teach a fucking dog to eat asshole? You know how many biscuits that takes? And where the biscuits gotta go? And first, especially because teach him no teeth. Because that's the hardest lesson.
Yeah. So after they found it all in his iPod, as Henry said, he did it to blow off steam. But
why
before
are
that,
you recording this? I can't even.
At first, he said,
you know that footage when people go to like see the Il Duomo and they pull out like their iPads and they're shooting and stuff like that?
I hate just use your phone or just get a camera.
Because what a boomer way to shoot yourself getting your asshole eaten out by a dog.
I don't want to.
Like, filming with your iPad.
You think it's a generational problem?
One of the
That's the big issue.
Man things that you can do.
I'm not disagreeing.
Because
I would also say what this man did. If he had dementia, it would be sad.
He's under pressure. Do you think this is what this song is about?
Honestly, that's what they could be listening to on that submarine, because truly, they are.
They are.
Before he said that he did it blow off steam, when the cops arrived, he says, "I'm done."
Yeah, that's what I just said. I
know, but I'm dead. But what does that mean, though?
Oh, because you're about to find footage of him getting his asshole eaten out by a fucking dog.
Oh, you don't think he was like depressed to be like, "I'm done, I'm dead, I don't want to be here"? You don't think this was because he was depressed?
No, I think he. Oh,
so
you
think that was
depressed.
you think that was a reaction to him being like, "Oh no"?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, his life's over.
Well, he's not dead. He's actually, it's worse than death.
It's worse than death.
Yeah,
He's rather be dead. His name's Themis.
Oh, Themis.
You know what I mean?
Prison.
And you think that should already be a low point. Your name's fucking Themis. You should be spending your whole life getting good at other stuff.
And if you are a Themis, write in, defend your people.
I don't know, man. I think it's time for a change. I think it's straight, go to a Thomas.
I don't know what anyway, so that's that story.
Yeah, I don't like that story at all.
I just appreciate you bringing that up. And I just really love that.
It's the reaction for me. That's why I like the story. It's the, he just shows up. The egg on my face. You wouldn't even believe.
Interesting.
And there's shit in my dog's mouth.
That is,
He's not as bad. His breath was bad before.
Right. I get the premise there. Well, also, this was a story
from... Can you imagine going over his house and have the dog lick his face and stuff and just being like,
just got to poo-poo on his face.
Friend. Yeah, he's a kisser. He's a kisser.
That's a nice thing there you keep on talking about. So also, this is from last week, going on to what we were talking about with whether we dying in space, dying in the ocean. This Ecuadorian woman truly was buried alive, and then she started knocking on the coffin door at her funeral.
Well, they put her in that casket pretty fast.
Way too fast. And so I'm actually, fate's worse than death. I'm going to be covering that on, not serious, but this has come out afterwards, so it doesn't really matter. But I just, again, you wait to bury me until I start
blue,
or just start to be gelatinous.
Well,
if you can dip a chip in me, wait until you can dip a chip in me.
What I'm planning to do when they ask me to go look at your corpse and make sure it's you, I'm going to do one quick.
There's not going to be a question.
I'm going to do one quick throat slit.
Please, God.
Just to make sure you're dead.
Yeah, no, I would like that.
Oh, double tap me.
Yeah. Oh, just shoot you in the head twice.
Yeah. Shoot me dead. You see that corpse and being like, just to make sure he's dead. Dude, and you know who didn't do this because it would ruin the product? Did you read anything about this Harvard Medical School body parts scandal?
Well, this is very sad because they took them from marginalized people and then no one knew about it. And then you can't.
The former manager at Harvard Medical School was a man by the name of Cedric Lodge. He spent years diverting organs and cadaver parts that had been donated to the medical school's anatomical gift program. So they guess they do research on these programs, and then he's on these parts for Harvard, right? Such a squeaky clean university.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly didn't create Ted Kaczynski and was a massive helper to Jeffrey Epstein in any way,
Well, Epstein helped him.
Oh, and you just, and if friends in need,
Isn't that amazing?
But so he ran this anatomical gift program, and these parts are supposed to be cremated, but instead he just started selling the parts. And it was not just him. It was Cedric Lodge. This is a long
This is so
time
classic.
Scam.
Yeah.
It's like 2018. Cedric Lodge. It also involved his wife. It also involved a person named Katrina McLean of Salem, Massachusetts. And we have a lot of friends in Salem. Sarah, my friend Sarah, who's an artist who talks about the oddities community. McLean owns this thing called Cat's Creepy Creations in Peabody, Massachusetts, where they were selling human bodies out of this oddities place. So basically, Cedric Lodge was not just selling it, like, because we've covered organ trafficking like institutions that sell them to people that are trying to buy kidneys or buy things, like kind of jump the line. If you're instead of getting a donation, they would try to buy it. Some of it's legal, some of it's just kind of hazy. This shit is straight up just for like oddities museums. They were selling dissected human faces. They were selling stuff that's like really kind of fucked up, highly invasive, selling pounds and pounds and pounds of human skin to just be sold at an oddities store.
I don't know what you're gonna do with it.
You sell because Marcus talked about looking for human parts.
I remember.
It's extremely difficult. Like, you want to get like a license because you want it to be something like you want someone to sign a piece of paper.
You want it to be a friend.
Yes.
You want it to be a friend. Well, that reminds me of this story as well about Dale Wheatley. This guy is a transportation coordinator for the Anatomical Gift Association in Chicago.
Did you hear about this?
So this guy, he was like, there's some bad practices happening around here. So instead of taking his allegations seriously, they left 3 severed heads by his desk. And then he was like, guys, there's 3 heads by my desk. And they were like, yeah, you got to put those next to the bodies. You got to go put those heads
match 'em
next to the bodies.